Good afternoon, how you doing? Tim McGinley back again. Show number 4. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty. Expressions Handcrafts. Again, we're doing the creating a reverse canvas rustic style. And what I'm going to be showing you today, Max, if you want to fix the camera for me, we'll look down at the table and see what we got, and then take this and get that going. Let me adjust the camera. We can all see, and I'll get some light on it for us. There we go. Now we got some light. All right, I did the matte clear coat on this, and what I'm going to try to do, we looked at the other film, and I wasn't really showing up close on how we can do it. But why is there? Let me get some more light on this. There we go. Now, as you can see, the wood grains. Max, can you see everything on the camera here on the wood grains?
Yes.
Just to kind of, don't worry, I think that light's fine there. And I just want to show the folks on TV on the wood grains and stuff. And you can kind of see there's a little shine. You see that all there out there? Raise your hands. Hello?
Yes, you can.
Oh, there we go. We do have an audience now. I'm just teasing Max. I just want to make sure that everyone can kind of see, you know, the finished product on what it's going to look like when we show you the final designs. So again, by doing that, I think it turned out good. It's I can feel a little roughness in some of the areas, and again, I think Mother Nature did a good job on this this frame here. So Max, if you want to take that, and then we're going to jump into why I chose the design. And Max, if you can hand me that picture over there, and it's the San Francisco we're going to talk about. Back in the day when I did a lot of traveling, and before I show you the picture, I traveled San Francisco a lot, and I've always liked their the houses and going up on the trains. You know, remember those commercials back in the day? Always liked traveling up and looking at the houses and stuff. And I did some walks, but this is why I chose the design on the first one that we did on the completed project. Of, you know, why I chose this design. Again, I base all my designs and artwork on my past and what I can think of. But you're going to see one of the designs of the two, not like it, but it's going to be, you know, a bunch of San Francisco houses. And by doing that, of course, Max, if you want to grab this, no, don't. I go to Design Space, and obviously, I don't know, a lot of people might not have it, but when I come up with designs, I go to our Design Space, which is kind of helps me guide on what to build. But I chose this. It's the Robin Bob Night Before Christmas, and this is actually a greetings card. And I really liked it because it reminded me, you know, the house is real compact, close, fancy looking, old style. Again, the frames are rustic looking, old style, and I felt that this was a perfect fit in designing my piece. But that's what I came up with. All the instructions, you know, I pretty much know how to build a house. So I'm going to kind of throw this over. The second design that you're going to see in show 5, and both of these you're going to see in show 5, by the way, is I came up with a letter sign, kind of like my initials. And you're going to see my initials in a rustic type frame. And again, the reason, again, I'm an old man, I'm rustic, and that's why I came up with the design. Started laughing or something over there. Okay, so again, we get the designs here. We're going to show these in design 5, but we're going to actually put a house together. How's that sound? So, Max, how about show me a house so I can build a house for the group here. As he's bringing this over, I'm going to warm up my hands and bring everything over. As it's arriving, there we go. We got a house. There's our house. You guys like it so far, right? What I'm going to do is kind of lay out the house, turn it around. Let me kind of go ahead and sit down, Max. You'll be fine now. Get this, and I usually use my pick to pick these parts up. They're hard to get off of this. I think I got everything. These are my little boxes I put all my cuts in. I'll set that aside. Good job there, Tim. Get some dirt on there. So we're going to start with the base of the house. Let me get the dirt off. Get the dirt off, but this, I'm going to put it on this. I'm going to show you guys on how I attach it and build the house. Okay. Obviously, I use the good old sticky dots. Got a wide assortment out here. You can find these at any hobby store in town and at your places. But I basically put them on like this. I already pre-put all these on. Take some off here. Kind of quiet in here as I'm doing this.
What's going on this Friday, Tim?
This coming Friday. Good question, Max. This Friday is our Farmers Market unveiling. It'll be the last unveiling of 2020 for us here at HBX Expressions. Then we're going to get into some Christmas builds, so I'm not going to do any more unveilings. You guys will, all the folks out there will see a bunch of pictures of Christmas items come across and kind of do that. But a little about this unveiling is I designed these floral arrangements, and I'm going to mention that it's floral arrangements back about 10 months ago, and I've kept them under the weather, under the closet, under cover. But I finally decided to bring these out at the end of the year for the Christmas holiday shopping. And before I go anymore, this is what I do. Kind of slap it down. There. Now I get a house that's stuck to my background. Okay? It should be. I'll do it this way so I can kind of understand what I'm doing. But that floral. Huh?
Did you put glue?
No, no, I didn't. And I'll show you that glue. You know, a little trick I learned. Get the next piece of the house. I'm going to do. Let me finish up on the blooming cactus now, and there's 6 designs I'm going to unveil, and there's going to be more added throughout 2021. But we're just going to show 6 of them this Friday. It'll be unveiled. It'll be on our Facebook page, Home Expressions. Facebook page is what you need to be on. You need to like our page. And also subscribe and hit the bell here so you can see more fun action on this Ricky YouTube channel that we're having. As I'm getting the dots, the backings off so I can stick it. But as I say, you guys will be amazed on these 6 designs. And I finally told myself, and Michelle Graff finally agreed to it, that I would release these designs towards the end of the year. So you'll see that this Friday. It's 6 o'clock. Mountain Standard Time? Okay, yep. Now, little trick, what I've learned. These stickies sometimes during the year, when they're hanging on a wall, they sometimes lose their stick. So I take my tacky glue here, and I want to get it up. What I do is I kind of put a weld, onto the foam dot, and a little on the dot itself, on each one of them. So I kind of weld it, and that way that glue dries hard, and you won't have your projects fall off the wall. And trust me, I have had projects completely, lose their stick and come off the wall. Then I did another test in this Arizona heat, and I put it outside for a couple days and brought it in, and over the months, one did fall off. So now what I do is I line up the good old house with the chimney, and I always start from the top. And put there. I like the 3D effect. Nothing leaves this office without a 3D effect. I just feel it just brings out more of the project itself. I believe the door, I tell you what, we're going to do the windows. And the windows, I'm going to go ahead and just glue down. Okay, so I'm going to put a little dab there. And a little dab here on each of the corners. A couple other things I've learned from Leo over at Dreaming Tree. Learned a couple tricks from him. I'm going to kind of show those. I try not to keep my fingers out of the glue. Kind of rush it around the window. Put some in here. What I asked Leo when I talked to him on the phone one time, I said, what do you keep reaching down for? And he told me, he says, well, that's where I keep a wet sponge. I use a wet cloth. So I kind of get the glue off my fingers. And that way when I go to put the object onto it, I have it. No glue on my hand. So I kind of set it. This glue dries really fast. It's a clear glue. You can see as I line it up, it's stuck. Get to the other window. And then I know it gets pretty boring and monotonous in here when I'm doing this, but when I'm usually sitting during the day, I have the radio playing, candy on my desk, Get some drinks. And I shouldn't say candy. I have diet candy. Right, Max?
Yep, sugar free.
Sugar free. So I do this again. Due to time, I'm going to try to speed up things. I haven't learned that speed up button yet on YouTube, which I will eventually. And like I say, that glue dries pretty quick. Okay, there it is. Now this one also calls for some shutters. These houses look pretty neat once they're done, and once on show 5 you'll see the finished product. I think they came out good. What do you think, Max?
Oh, yes, they did.
Pardon me?
They did. They came out very nice.
Very nice. What I did also is Max is new with us, and I had Max design his own, and actually he kind of surprised me. He used my initials. I think I already mentioned that our second design, I wanted my initials and a frame behind my desk or something like that with my initials on it. So Max did the design on that. I made a little boo-boo. As you can see, I did the shutter backwards. I got to make sure they're lined up. I'm going to leave that one there. This is just a little test so I can show you guys. I do make mistakes. Oops, there we go. There, see? You got to take your time when you're doing these types of pieces. Real small and dainty. I usually use tweezers or something when I'm doing these small. Get that little glued on so it stays. So the shutters are about done. And that one I did the same. I kind of like that though. It shows a little white. Kind of shows they're closed. A little off, but there's my other shutter. I got to get another window frame up there. I didn't know that they're like that. Did you notice that, Max?
Oh, no, I didn't.
I guess I should pay attention here. And that one looks like it's going to line up. Yep, sure does. Now one looks closed. Oops, mine, move that over there. See, when I change things, I kind of get messed up. And then get the frame on up here. Just dab it right here. Spread it out a little. Again, when I'm building stuff, and I know it's for a customer of ours or something like that. Matter of fact, you can visit our catalog anytime. It's hbexpressions.com. We have about 240 items on there. Now we're going to go to the next step. I'm going to glue the next one, and then you'll see what I'm going to do on the door. We're going to attach the door here in a little bit. Once I do that, I did another 3D piece, but attach it to the door. This is the door frame. And as you can see, there's a pot here. See that pot there? I am going to do my famous miniature flowers on that. Isn't that neat?
Yes, it is. Very neat.
Okay, we got some things going on here. I'm going to remove those. I'm going to put the door 3D. Actually, there's 2 doors. And I like the way it's looking because it, like I say, it has a nice little 3D type effect. Get that. I'm going to get this here. That there. But we need to find some music that's legal that I can play, right?
Yes.
I work a lot better when a little soft music going on. So once we get that, pick it up and shake all those little dots up. I'm apply the door, and I'm going to line that up to the bottom. You know what? I didn't do my little trick, people. Gotta remind me. You do the weld, a little under there. Can you see everything right, Max, there on the screen?
Yes, you can.
And then you can fill me in on the time too, right?
Yes.
Okay, great. Tell me. As we get the door lined up and looking good, then I do a little press because there's still some sticky. It's going to stick. Okay?
8 minutes left.
8 minutes left. I'm going to have to start hurrying, folks. I don't want to hurry, but if we go over, please bear with me. So, taping show. I mean, I want to make sure that I hit all the fun stuff. I don't want to leave nothing out. I haven't had any comments yet on the last 2 or 3 shows. We've been looking at that each day. We've had a few new subscribers, which is good. Thank you. I'm going to put the trim on so it looks kind of nice and full and house. Looking good there. And I'm going to get the other part of the door on. I'm going to have to build my flower here pretty quick. You guys got to see my flowers. This is my miniature flowers. You can see how small that is. It's going to be a miniature flower. Do this. Don't forget I need to weld this. And the house is kind of looking nice. Hello?
Yes, very nice. It's all coming together.
There you go. Now we're talking. Pick the door up. I'm going to do my weld. Kind of move this here. And I'm going to do some welds here. This glue is pretty good. I love using this tacky glue. Oops, that's the door knob. My eyesight. There. There. You gotta make sure the door is on right. I did do this before the show, so I made sure everything lined up. I put my door on. As you can see, you get the door straight, and then I just do a nice press down. So you can kind of see, let me kind of turn it around. You can see the 3D effect and how it's looking. So everything's staying in place, looks good. And then now, I'm going to have to get out the mat. I got a good old Abby Kirsten's shaping mat, which I use. As you can see, I use this mat quite a bit with my floral arrangements. What I did already, I pulled off a kind of like a leaf, but I used it as a branch. And I'm going to get these real quick. And you'll see as I put this together, we'll plant in the pot there. I had a real nice one. I did some sparkle paper, the gold one. You can see that one there. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to take a little glue. Glue, can we see in here?
Yes.
Okay, move it up. And take a little glue and just like that. I dab that one. I dab that one. And obviously I'm going to put this on here, but you're going to kind of get the petals to where they're not on top of each other. Let that there. And I'm going to kind of do this. A little too much glue there, maybe. Take some off. Got a shiny one here, a little shiny flower. It's going to look pretty, kind of brighten it up. It's going to be shiny and white. And you can kind of see I do, get the petals to where they're not lined up. And let go right there. Then I take my good old tool here that I did receive from Abby Kirsten's CC Designs. I just press right in the middle. See how it folds up? And then this one too, let it fold up. And then the last one, let it fold up. So then I would have had my hot glue hooked up, hot glue gun, but I didn't. Take the little glue here, and I just kind of place them right there. And right here. And the last one, which is a nice sparkle one. Set it right there. And what I'm going to do, just to make sure that it can stay for a little bit, like that, and I'm going to pick it up here with my little tweezer thingy jobby here from Cricut. I need to learn the tool talk. Then what I'm going to do real quick is just kind of glue the back side there. That way it will stick to the wall of the house, and then I set it right there. So we got our house done. Let me get some glue off my fingers and I'll press down on it. And this is one of the houses actually you're going to see on the final design. Get this house picked up. Get this mat out of the way. And then I'm going to turn it around and get this picked up. Get a drink of water. But that's one of the houses that I chose. I kind of changed a little on it, some colors, and made it look a little more San Francisco type house. So kind of go from there. But in show 5, which is our last show, if you want to adjust the camera, I'm going to kind of close up here for you. Thanks, Max. And put that away. Just want to say a few things. The pieces that you see behind me is some of the, I did mention this in show 3, but some of the pieces that we use. Lori Clayton from Craft Room Time, she built some Halloween stuff. It's a nice one there. The flowers and cactus are from Abby Kirsten's CatchingColorflies.com, CC Designs. That's the, she sends out the, or I buy the, purchase the files, and that's my creations. The Dreaming Tree of face that you see, that's Mike and Leo's designs. And our newest partner is Mary over at SVG Cuts. We're going to use some of her vases coming to 2021. So we're always thinking of things to stay creative, to do more handcrafts, more cardstock. I still like working with wood products, so you'll see a couple shows like that. But going into show 5, you're going to see everything completed. We're going to review everything, and hopefully we can get it right for you. And I'm starting to feel better to really get this YouTube channel off to the right step and right foot. But Max, you have anything?
Nope.
Nope. All right, we'll see you in show 5. Have a good day. Bye. And I have to hit the stop.